hooked into something. Doesn't feel that big. That looks like a crappie almost. That's a bass. Another little largie. What's going on, people? I'm finally back to make another video. I've been down, not feeling too well for the last week or so, but finally back to actually feeling somewhat normal and have some energy. So I'm going to share with you one of my favorite builds that I've come across just by mixing stuff together, and it's a Riddler color from Did Spade here. So you guys will see what it'll do. Essentially, this is what I come up with. It's really great for clear water, but it's hard to really gauge it without seeing it in person. This is what happens when you add a little bit too much of the purple flake, and it just turns it purple a little bit. But we're gonna add a little bit of everything. So, and I'm gonna try something new. I've used this before, but just never want to try to film it. And I just usually just throw it in and mix it up. This is a Super Glow purple powder from Lure 184. I don't know how much to put in, but I think I'm going to put in probably a quarter of a teaspoon, and then I'm going to mix it up. I've never used my little frother, but I'm going to try that. I use this for mainly mixing, like when I cut down acrylic paints in order to spray out an airbrush. So it's pretty simple, straightforward build. We got the Riddler from Did Spade. I will throw in some hollow green and 0.015, some hollow purple, 0.40, and maybe just a little bit of this light purple and 0.40. But I think it's mislabeled because it looks a lot darker than this hollow purple. And I have another purple from them, and it's different. So anyway, I'm gonna throw in a quarter of this purple Super Glow. So this is a recipe I've made without the glow powder, of course, like 3 or 4 times, and it's always caught me a boatload of fish, especially on the drop shot minnow and the fluke. So on the bag here in Littleworks, it says to mix in cold. I've always mixed in hot because I never read that. So we'll check it out and see how it comes out. But it can clump up and you'll see it. As far as the visibility in like a clear bait like this, I usually don't see the powder in it at all. But we'll see. I'll mix this up and then I'll heat it up and draw a vacuum on it, and then I'll come back to you guys. I want to bore you with my little frother. Alright, people, so we're back. Just as a disclaimer, I definitely would not recommend using that frother, because especially if you don't have a vacuum chamber, because you have all sorts of air bubbles. Now I will note, I put a half in there. You can see it's a little cloudy, but it's not like stained any color. And I'm using 1 cup of Bait Plastics 242. So yeah, definitely don't use the frother. Wasn't a good idea. So generally when I make this, I put just a 1/16 of a teaspoon per cup. And that's how I've made it pretty much every time. But I'm going to do is take a really heaping one and drop it in there. So if I had to say what kind of color shift it is, it's pretty much a green to like a purple, kind of like a Joker setup theme, or as in the Riddler. So real simple build, but it works really good. So we'll put this in. You can see the green highlights to it. We're going to keep mixing this up. Kind of like a creamy pearl color now. You see a lot of the green. I don't really see any purples or blues, but you will see them if you add a darker color to it. Maybe I'll do another video or something where I drop a drop or two of black in it. So for my recipe, it calls for a 16th or an eighth of hollow green and an eighth of hollow purple. So I'll put like a heaping one in. Pretty basic, but really good bait. Catches fish. So that's all I'll say. And I wanted to add this other purple. It's a little darker. And the 40 thousandths. So this, I'm just going to add not even a whole 16th. So let's say like a 32nd of it. Just to give it a little bit of difference in the shading. Now I did use this to spray the other day over a black item that I was painting. And I'll try to include that clip in here of how it looks. So if you wanted to add black to it, it would look pretty amazing. But you can already see how the green really comes to life just by adding that flake to it. So essentially, that's it for that color. Not very hard to make. Now I was thinking about doing this and then adding black to the top and then doing this as like a laminate. I may do that in the future. Now I did, back when I made this the first time, I added 10 drops of electric grape to it. And then I added also the 16th of that light purple to it. So, and it turned out pretty good, but it definitely is a purple bait. But I want you guys to see this the way that I make it, like in this recipe. So what I'm going to do is heat this up. I'm going to shoot these molds and then we'll come back and I'll unmold them for y'all. I'm going to bore y'all with me shooting it, making a mess everywhere and blah, blah, blah. But it's going down. So just for the hell of it, since I've been wondering this for a better part of this year, what it looks like with black, we're going to put 5 drops in this leftover stuff. And then we'll shoot it as well. See how it changes this color or not. Okay, now you can see a little bit of the purples in there. Yep. I think I'm going to add a couple more drops. So what I'm going to do is add 5 more drops to this, heat it up, draw a vacuum on it, shoot it, and we'll come back. Boom. Alright, that was the fluke. Guess we'll open up the glory crawl. Pretty neat looking. Pretty wild. I don't know if I really like it in the glory crawl. I just figured it would give me a good look at what it looks like. That's pretty wild. You do see the purple sheen when the light hits it right. Definitely be a really good like bottom of a swim bait. But I do like it a lot in the drop shot mini and the fluke. It works. Alright, so this is the drop shot minnow, of course. I should get the 12 cavity mold. How much I use this thing. Looks amazing to me. I don't know if it's picking it up, but you can see the green and the purple. And it like flashes in the water when you're using it because of that green sheen on the side. Alright. Of course I had to shoot the 3.8 gilly. Screws are so long. Wow, that is so cool looking. Almost looks like it's got a violet pearl in it too. Kind of like the 8-bits interference violet. Alright, so that's all the ones with the regular color that we built together. I'm going to open the other ones that I ended up adding 10 drops of black to. And I'm curious. So this is the Epic Bait Molds 6-inch finesse worm. You'll be on the lookout for some new molds that I ordered. I'm going to try to post more often. Stay steady with it. Bring you guys anything. If you have requests, I could take them into consideration. This is with 10 drops. So it's really dark compared to what I was originally going to go for. So it's not really translucent. It's a solid color. Looks like a Joker style. It's green with purple shift. Looks pretty cool. I like it this way though, much more. So I went ahead and shot these little slick swims because this is pretty much one of my favorite baits to throw on a little 1/8 ounce bladed jig. Catch a lot of fish with it. I don't know if all these filled. I was running out of plastic, so. That one didn't. This one didn't fill all the way. But the other 4 did. And that you can almost see a little bit through it. A little bit of light. It's pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of Borealis, the green color. But Borealis goes from green to blue. Alright people, well, I'll get you some different shots and catch you up on YouTube. we go. Hooked into something. Doesn't feel that big. That looks like a crappie almost. That's a bass. Another little largie.